Hello my dear students, hope you all are fine and safe at your home. In the previous class we discussed about how to find the zeros of quadratic polynomial and how to verify the relationship between zeros and its coefficient. Now in this class I will check if zeros are given or sum of the zeros are given, then how to frame the polynomial. So first we can just check how we can derive the formula for that. As we know that we are discussing quadratic polynomial, and we know a polynomial, whatever is the degree of the polynomial, it will have maximum that many zeros. And we know the degree of a quadratic polynomial. What is the degree of a quadratic polynomial? Yes, its degree is 2. So how many zeros it will have? Yes, it will have maximum 2 zeros. So we will write down there, let the polynomial p of x, a quadratic polynomial p of x has two zeros alpha and beta. So we have taken alpha and beta as the two zeros of the quadratic polynomial p of x. So if alpha and beta are the zeros, then can you tell me what will be the factors? Yes, when we did the factorization, that how we wrote there, suppose if we are getting p of x is equal to x minus 1 into x plus 1, then how we are writing? Zeros means you have to find out the particular value of x which will make the polynomial equal to 0. Then we are equating either this polynomial to 0 or this one to 0. Then we will write x is equal to 1 will be a 0 and x is equal to minus 1 will be another 0. And what is the factor here? Minus 1. So if x minus 1 is a factor, 1 will be the 0. In the same way, if two zeros are alpha and beta, then its factors will be equal to, yes, it will be equal to x minus alpha and x minus beta. So we will write down here, p of x is equal to x minus alpha into x minus beta, where alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial p of x. Now just to do the multiplication, so x into x will be equal to x square minus beta x minus alpha x minus into minus plus alpha beta. Now we will rearrange just in this way, x square minus, what is common factor in these two terms? Just to check, negative sign is there and x is also there. So that also we are taking common. So x square minus x taken common from these two terms. So both the negative expression will become positive. So it will be equal to alpha plus beta plus alpha beta. Now if I will write this in words, how it will come? X square minus x into alpha and beta. What we have taken alpha and beta? Alpha and beta are the two zeros of the polynomial. And alpha plus beta is coming means what we did? We did the sum of the zeros. So x square minus x into sum of the zeros plus alpha into beta, product of the zeros. Product of the zeros. So this is the polynomial p of x. So if you will multiply the polynomial p of x by any constant number, the zeros will not affect. So for our convenience we are writing here k, and value of k we will take according to the number. To avoid the fraction, what value of k we can take, that we can check. So p of x is equal to k into x square minus x into sum of the zeros plus product of the zeros. If you want, you can write down in this way also, k into x square minus sum of the zeros into x plus product of the zeros. So this is the formula for formation of polynomial when its zeros are given or sum of the zeros and product of the zeros are given. So formula is k into x square minus sum of the zeros into x plus product of the zeros. Here k we have taken because if a polynomial has two factors and if you will multiply it by any number, no change will come in its factors. Its factors will remain the same. So that's why we have taken here k. So I hope this concept is clear. Okay, now we will solve the question based on this concept. So all of you Write down the question. Frame the polynomial whose sum of the zeros and product are given as follows. Frame the polynomial whose sum of the zeros and product are given as follows. Means sum of the zeros are given and product is also given. We have to frame the polynomial. So first question is sum is equal to minus 3 by 4 and product is equal to 1 by 2. So we know formula is P of x is equal to k into x square minus sum into x plus product of the zeros. Correct? Sum of the zeros into x plus product of the zeros. Now just to substitute the value k into x square minus, what is sum given? Minus 3 by 4. So in place of sum, substitute the value minus 3 by 4 into x plus product of the zeros. In place of product, write down there 1 by 2. Now just to check here, we will simplify it. Minus into minus will be equal to plus. Then what we will get? K into x square plus 3 by 4x plus 1 by 2. So usually we don't like our answer in fraction there. Now what we will do? We'll take the value of k in such a way that we can avoid this fraction. So for that you have to check what is there in denominator. And what is the number we have in denominator? 2 and 4. So just to take the LCM of these two numbers. What will be the LCM of 2 and 4? Yes, obviously it will be equal to 4. Then what we will take? We'll take k is equal to 4. Then our polynomial will be equal to P of x is equal to. Now in place of k we are writing 4. X square plus 3 by 4x plus 1 by 2. Now we are going to multiply 4 inside. Then what will come? 4 into x square will be equal to 4x square. 4 into 3x by 4. Then 4 and 4 will get cancelled. Remaining it will be equal to 3x. Then 4 into 1 by 2. 4 into 1 by 2. 4 and 2 will get cancelled. So remaining it will be equal to 2. So this is our required polynomial whose sum of the zeros is minus 3 by 4 and product is equal to 1 by 2. So you just have to remember this formula. K into x square minus sum into x plus product of the zeros. Clear? Okay. Now write down the next one. Sum is equal to minus 1 and product is equal to minus 6. Sum is equal to minus 1 and product is equal to minus 6. Sum minus 1, product minus 6. Again write down polynomial P of x is equal to k into x square minus sum of the zeros into x plus product of the zeros. Now just to substitute the value k into x square minus, our sum is minus 1. Minus 1 into x plus product of the zeros is minus 6. Then we will get here k into x square minus into minus will be equal to plus 1x, or simply you can write x, and here we will get minus 6. Now here you just check there we don't have any fraction there. Then what we can take k is equal to 1. So taking k is equal to 1. Then we will get here P of x is equal to x square plus x minus 6. So I hope this question clear. Okay. Now next one, sum is equal to minus 2 by 3 and product is equal to 3 by 5. Sum is equal to minus 2 by 3 and product is equal to 3 by 5. Again write down the polynomial P of x is equal to x square minus sum of the zeros into x plus product of the zeros. Now substitute the value k into x square minus, in place of sum we have minus 2 by 3 into x plus product of the zeros. So that is equal to 3 by 5. Then we will get here k into minus will be equal to plus x square plus 2 by 3x plus 3 by 5. Now just to check the denominator. In the denominator we have 3 and 5. What will be the LCM of 3 and 5? Yes, LCM will be equal to 15. Then we are going to take k is equal to 15. So our polynomial will become now k, in place of k substitute 15. 15 into x square plus 2 by 3x plus 3 by 5. Now going to multiply 15 inside, then we will get 15x square plus 15 into 2 by 3. If you want, you can do as rough work there. 3 5s are 15, 5 2s are 10. So we will get here 10x plus 15 into 3 by 5. 15 into 3 by 5. 5 1s are 5, 5 3s are 15, 3 3s are 9. So our polynomial will be equal to 15x square plus 10x plus 9. Okay, now write down the next one. Sum is equal to 4, product is equal to 7. Sum is equal to 4, product is equal to 7. I hope you can do this question. Sum is equal to 4 and product is equal to 7. Just to substitute the value, what will come? Yes, it will be equal to k into x square minus 4x plus 7. And what we will take k is equal to? Yes, take k is equal to 1. Then our polynomial will be equal to p of x is equal to x square minus 4x plus 7. Okay, then next one. Sum is equal to 4 by 7 and product is equal to 3 by 14. Sum is equal to 4 by 7 and product is equal to 3 by 14. Again write down polynomial. P of x is equal to k into x square minus sum of the zeros. That is already given. Sum of the zeros is equal to 4 by 7x plus product of the zeros 3 by 14. Now just to check what we have here, 7 and 14. What will be the LCM of 7 and 14? Yes, it will be equal to 14 because 14 is coming in the multiplication table of 7. So we will take here k is equal to 14. Shall I write directly what will come after the multiplication? So taken k is equal to 14. 14 into x square will be equal to 14x square. Just to do the multiplication here. 14 into minus 4 by 7x. So this one 7 2s are 14. 2 into minus 4 will be equal to minus 8x. And then here 14 into 3 by 14. 14 and 14 will get cancelled. Remaining it will be equal to 3. Clear? Okay. Then next one. Sum is equal to root 3 and product is equal to root 10. Sum is equal to root 3 and product is equal to root 10. So just to substitute here, then what you will get? Polynomial p of x is equal to k into x square minus sum of the zeros into x plus product of the zeros. Then we will get x square minus root 3x plus root 10. And you can take k is equal to 1. Then our polynomial will be equal to x square minus root 3x plus root 10. So I hope this concept is clear. When sum of the zeros and product of the zeros are given, then how to frame the polynomial? Okay, now write down the next one. Next question is frame the polynomial whose zeros are as follows. Now in this question, zeros are given. Sum and product not given. The zeros of the polynomial are given. You have to frame the polynomial. Okay. So first question is minus 2 and 3. Two zeros are given, minus 2 and 3. So to solve this question, two methods are there. First one is using the formula. So first method is you can add the two zeros. What will be sum of the two zeros? Minus 2 plus 3 will be equal to 3 minus 2, 1. Find out the product also. Product is equal to minus 2 into 3 will be equal to minus 6. So when two zeros are given, what we did? We calculated the sum and product there. Now we know the formula is p of x is equal to k into x square minus sum of the zeros into x plus product of the zeros. Now we will substitute the value k into x square minus, in place of sum what we have, 1 into x, plus in place of product we have minus 6. Now since we don't have anything in denominator, what we can take? We can take k is equal to 1. Then remaining polynomial will come x square minus 1 into x, you can rewrite as minus x, plus into minus will be equal to minus 6. So this is the required polynomial. When two zeros are given, we calculated the sum and product, and then to frame the polynomial, just substitute the value in the given formula. Otherwise, second method is also there. In that method, how we will do? These are the two zeros of the polynomial. Then we can check what will be the factor of the polynomial. P of x is equal to, we know factor will come in the sign opposite to the zeros. If minus 2 is the zero, then x plus 2 will be the factor, and if 3 is the zero, then x minus 3 will be the factor. Because we are equating to 0, then only we are getting the factor. Now what we will do? Just to do the multiplication. X into x will be equal to x square. X into minus 3, minus 3x. 2 into x will be equal to plus 2x. 2 into minus 3, minus 6. Now this one you can simplify. Minus 3x plus 2x will be equal to minus x minus 6. So either you can use this method or this one. Which one is easy for you, that you can do. Okay. So this is the case when zeros are given. Sum and product not given. Okay. Now write down the second one. 1 by 2 comma 1 by 3. The zeros are 1 by 2 comma 1 by 3. 1 by 2 comma 1 by 3. These are the two zeros given. 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. Again, first what we will do? We will find out the sum if you are using the first method. If you are using the second method, what you will write directly? What will be the factors? One factor will be equal to x minus 1 by 2. Other one will be equal to x minus 1 by 3. Now, if you are using the formula, then first you have to add the two zeros. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3. Cross multiplication. Then we will get here 3 plus 2, 5 by 6. Similarly, we will find out the product also. Then product will be equal to 1 by 2 into 1 by 3 will be equal to 1 by 6. Then we will write down polynomial p of x is equal to k into x square minus sum of the zeros into x plus product of the zeros. Substitute the value k into x square minus sum. In place of sum we have 5 by 6x plus product is 1 by 6. Now what we will take? K is equal to? Yes, we will take k is equal to 6. Now I am just multiplying inside. Then 6 into x square will be equal to 6x square. 6 into minus 5 by 6. 6 and 6 will get cancelled. We will get here minus 5x and then 6 into 1 by 6. So our polynomial will be equal to 6x square minus 5x plus 1. If you are using this method. Now, if you are using the method of factors, we wrote here, these are the two factors there. After that, don't do any calculation in fraction there. What we will do? We'll just do the cross multiplication. That also by 2 we don't want, because we want only the factors. Then it will be equal to 2x minus 1. And here we will get 3x minus 1. After that, just to do the multiplication. Then we will get here 6x square minus 2x minus 3x, minus into minus will be equal to plus. So 6x square minus 5x plus 1. So whatever method you are using, answer will be same only. So in which method you feel confident, use that method. Okay. Write down the next one. Sum two zeros are 2 and minus 2. Write down the two zeros are 2 and minus 2. Add, what will come? The two zeros we have 2 and minus 2. What will be sum of the zeros? Yes, sum will be equal to 0 and product will be equal to minus 4. Now write down the polynomial p of x is equal to k into x square minus sum of the zeros into x plus product of the zeros. Substitute the value k into x square minus, in place of sum what we have, 0. 0 into x plus in place of product we have minus 4. Now since nothing is there in denominator, we can take k is equal to 1. Now just multiply, then we will get here x square. Since we don't have any term, you don't have to write down that term. So remaining it will be equal to x square minus 4. Now if you are using this method, second method, then the two factors will be equal to, if 2 is the 0, then factor will be equal to x minus 2. If minus 2 is the 0, then factor will be equal to x plus 2. Now here it is in the form of identity, a minus b into a plus b. That will be equal to a square minus b square. Then we will get here x square minus 2 square, which is equal to 4. Okay. Then next one, two zeros are 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3. Write down the two zeros are 2 plus root 3 and 2 minus root 3. One zero is 2 plus root 3 and the other one is 2 minus root 3. So first method, if you are using, write down sum is equal to, add the two zeros, 2 plus root 3 plus 2 minus root 3. Root 3 and root 3 will get cancelled. We will get here sum is equal to 4. And product of the zeros will multiply, it will come 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3. Just to check, it is in the form of identity, a plus b into a minus b. A plus b into a minus b is, yes, a square minus b square. Then what will come? 2 square. 2 square is 4 minus root 3 square. Root 3 square is 3 only. Then we will get 4 minus 3, 1. Okay. So we got sum is equal to 4 and product is equal to 1. Now we will write down polynomial p of x is equal to k into x square minus sum of the zeros. So that is equal to 4 into x plus product of the zeros. Now we will take k is equal to 1. Then our polynomial will be equal to x square minus 4x plus 1. So I think in this type of question, first method is easy. Why second method is difficult? Just I am explaining you there. Now second method is, these are the two zeros. Then we know when we are writing the factor, we have to change the sign. Then our factor will be equal to x minus 2 minus root 3 and next one it will be equal to x minus 2 plus root 3. This is the polynomial p of x. Correct? Now here either you can do normal multiplication or you can check this one. X minus 2. This expression is common there. So this one we can consider as a and this one I am considering as b. So now just to check, the expression is written in the form of identity, a minus b into a plus b. Then it will be equal to a square minus b square. X minus 2 the whole square minus root 3 square. X minus 2 the whole square, we will expand it using identity. Then we will get x square minus 2ab. So 2 into x into 2. X square minus 4x plus 4 minus root 3 square is 3. Then our polynomial will be equal to x square minus 4x plus 1. So this method also easy only, but you should remember how we have to use the identity here. So either you can use this method or the second method. Which one is easy for you, that you can use. Write down the next one. Some two zeros are root 2 plus 1 and root 2 minus 1. Write down the zeros as root 2 plus 1 and root 2 minus 1. Which method you are using? First method. Okay. The two zeros are root 2 plus 1 and root 2 minus 1. Just to find out the sum. What will be the sum when we will add these two? 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled. Root 2 plus root 2 will be equal to, not root 4, that will be equal to 2 root 2. So we got sum is equal to 2 root 2. Product. Now we are going to multiply these two zeros. Root 2 plus 1 into root 2 minus 1. A square minus b square. Then we will get root 2 the whole square minus 1 square. 2 minus 1 will be equal to 1. So sum is equal to 2 root 2 and product is equal to 1. Write down polynomial p of x is equal to k into x square minus sum of the zeros into x. 2 root 2 into x plus product of the zeros. Then we will take k is equal to 1 to get the required polynomial. So this is the polynomial. Second method also you can use if you are confident in that method. Okay. Then next one is two zeros are 5 plus root 3. Next one is 5 plus root 3 by 2 and 5 minus root 3 by 2. These are the two zeros given. Now again add the two zeros. Sum will be equal to, since denominators are same, directly we can add the numerator. Root 3 and root 3 will get cancelled. 5 plus 5 will be equal to 10. So 10 by 2 will be equal to 5. So sum of the zeros is equal to 5. Now product of the zeros. Then we will get 5 plus root 3 by 2 into 5 minus root 3 by 2. Now in numerator we can use the identity a plus b into a minus b. So we will get here 5 square. 5 square is 25 minus root 3 square. Root 3 square will be equal to 3 by 2 into 2, 4. 25 minus 3 will be equal to 22 by 4, which will be equal to 11 by 2. So we are getting sum is equal to 5 and product is equal to 11 by 2. Now write down required polynomial p of x is equal to k into x square minus sum of the zeros, that is equal to 5 into x plus product of the zeros 11 by 2. Now what we can take k? Yes, k is equal to 2. Taking k is equal to 2 to avoid the fraction. Then we will get here 2x square minus 10x plus 11, the required polynomial. Now next question is two zeros are root 3 minus 1 by 3, root 3 minus 1 whole divided by 3, and second one is root 3 plus 1 whole divided by 3. Root 3 minus 1 whole divided by 3, root 3 plus 1 whole divided by 3. Again add the two zeros, sum will be equal to, here denominators are same, then directly we can add, then 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled, remaining it will be equal to 2 root 3 by 3 sum. Now we will check what will be the product. Root 3 minus 1 by 3 into root 3 plus 1 by 3. In numerator we can use the identity a plus b into a minus b. So a square, root 3 square will be equal to 3 minus b square. 1 square will be equal to 1 by 3 3s are 9. Now 3 minus 1 will be equal to 2. 2 by 9. So we got the sum and product. Now we will write down the polynomial. P of x is equal to k into x square minus sum of the zeros 2 root 3 by 3 into x plus product of the zeros, that is equal to 2 by 9. Now what we will take k is equal to, yes, we will take k is equal to 9. So it will be equal to 9 into x square minus 2 root 3 by 3 into x plus 2 by 9. Multiply 9 inside, then we will get 9x square minus 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9. So 3 2s are 6 minus 6 root 3x plus 9 into 2 by 9. 9 and 9 will get cancelled. Then we will get here plus 2. So I hope these type of questions are clear to you. Okay. Now next question is, write down there. If alpha and beta are the zeros of, if alpha and beta are the zeros of p of x is equal to, if alpha and beta are the zeros of p of x is equal to 4x square minus 6x plus 7. If alpha and beta are the zeros of p of x is equal to 4x square minus 6x plus 7, then find what are the things you have to calculate. Write down. Find first one alpha square plus beta square, second one alpha cube plus beta cube, third 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta, fourth one alpha by beta plus beta by alpha, then fifth one alpha square by beta plus beta square by alpha, then sixth one is alpha square beta plus beta square alpha, and seventh one is 2 alpha plus 3 beta into 3 alpha plus 2 beta. These all we have to calculate. Only the information is given. Alpha and beta are the zeros of p of x is equal to 4x square minus 6x plus 7. Alpha and beta are the zeros. We know the formula. Sum of the zeros is equal to, what was that formula? Sum of the zeros is equal to minus b by a, and product of the zeros is equal to c by a. I think this this relation you remember in the previous class we studied there. Sum of the zeros is equal to minus b by a. Okay, and product is equal to c by a. What is a, b and c here? Yes, a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant term. And the sum of the zeros. What are the two zeros we have here? We have the zeros alpha and beta. So sum of the zeros is given, means what is given? Alpha plus beta is given. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. So minus of, in place of b what we have? Minus 6 by 4. Correct? Then what we will get here? 6 by 4, which can be written as 3 by 2. So alpha, value of alpha plus beta is equal to 3 by 2, and product of the zeros alpha into beta. Formula is c by a. Value of c is 7. So we will get here alpha beta is equal to 7 by 4. So we got the value alpha plus beta is equal to 3 by 2, and alpha beta is equal to 7 by 4. So I am writing the value here. Okay. Alpha plus beta we got here 3 by 2, and alpha beta is equal to 7 by 4. These are the two things at present which we know. Based on this, remaining all we can solve now. Okay. Now the first one. To solve the first one, you should know the identity a plus b the whole square. What is that identity? Yes, a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. And since I have to calculate alpha square plus beta square, this a square plus b square I should write together. Okay. And this 2ab I am shifting to left hand side. Then what will come? A plus b the whole square minus 2ab is equal to a square plus b square. So this one you can remember as formula only. A square plus b square is equal to a plus b the whole square minus 2ab. What is that? A square plus b square is equal to a plus b the whole square minus 2ab. Okay. So based on this, how we can rewrite alpha square plus beta square? Yes, alpha square plus beta square can be written as alpha plus beta the whole square, alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Okay. Alpha square plus beta square can be written as alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Now just to substitute the value. What is alpha plus beta? That value we know. Alpha plus beta is 3 by 2. Then we will get here 3 by 2 the whole square minus 2 alpha beta. 2 into 7 by 4. Don't cancel here, because when we will do the square, obviously in denominator 4 will come. That's why don't cancel. Otherwise again you have to make the denominators equal. 3 by 2 the whole square. So that will be equal to 9 by 4 minus 2 sevens are 14 by 4. So 9 by 4 minus 14 by 4. What will be equal to 9 minus 14? Yes, 9 minus 14 will be equal to minus 5. Correct? 9 minus 14 minus 9. 14 minus 9 will be equal to how much? 14 minus 9. That will be equal to minus 5 by 4. So it will be equal to minus 5 by 4. Okay. So we got alpha square plus beta square is equal to minus 5 by 4. I am writing the answer here. This value we got minus 5 by 4, because somewhere we have to use again this one. Okay. So alpha plus beta is equal to minus 5 by 4. 9 minus 14 is minus 5, because 9 plus 5 is 14. Okay. Now next one is alpha cube plus beta cube. So here again we can check how we can use any identity here. So this identity we know. That is a plus b the whole cube is equal to a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. This identity you studied in 9th class. So to solve these type of question, we will use this identity. So here also we have to find out the value of a cube plus b cube. Except a cube plus b cube, rest all the things we can shift to left hand side. Then what will come? A plus b the whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. Don't write here negative, because at present this expression is in multiplication. That is a single term. And we shifted the term here. So positive expression will become negative. That much change only will come. That is equal to a cube plus b cube. So this one also you can learn as a formula there. A cube plus b cube is equal to a plus b the whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. So in the same way, alpha cube plus beta cube. Second one is alpha cube plus beta cube can be written as alpha plus beta the whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. In the same way we wrote here. So now what is the value of alpha plus beta? 3 by 2. Then we will get here 3 by 2 the whole cube minus 3 into alpha beta. So that will be equal to 7 by 4 into alpha plus beta, which is equal to 3 by 2. What will come? 3 by 2 the whole cube? That will be equal to 27 by 8 minus here 3 3s are 9, 9 7s are 63. 63 by 8. Denominators are same, so directly we can do the subtraction. 13 minus 7 will be equal to 6, and here it will be equal to 5. 5 minus 2 will be equal to 3, and here it will come negative by 8. Now you can cancel the term here, then it will be equal to 4 9s are 36, 4 2s are 8. So we will get here minus 9 by 2. So we got alpha cube plus beta cube is equal to minus 9 by 2. Now next one. Third one is 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. What we can do? Yes, we have fraction. Then we can do the cross multiplication. So 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta will be equal to beta plus alpha. So we can write down here alpha plus beta by alpha beta. We know the value, substitute the value. Alpha plus beta is equal to how much? 3 by 2 divided by alpha beta is 7 by 4. Now change the division into multiplication. Then we will get 3 by 2 into 4 by 7. This one we can cancel. Then we will get the answer is equal to 6 by 7. Okay. Then fourth one is alpha by beta plus beta by alpha. Here also if fractions are there, then what we can do? Cross multiplication. So just to do the cross multiplication, we will get here alpha square plus beta square by alpha beta. Alpha square plus beta square. Just now we have calculated the value. What is that value? Minus 5 by 4 divided by alpha beta is 7 by 4. Now change the division into multiplication. Minus 5 by 4 into 4 by 7. 4 and 4 will get cancelled. We will get the answer is equal to minus 5 by 7. Then fifth one. In fifth one, what we have to do? We have to find out alpha square by beta plus beta square by alpha. Again, what we will do? Cross multiplication. Then we will get here alpha square, alpha cube plus beta cube by alpha beta. Alpha cube plus beta cube also we have calculated here. That is equal to minus 9 by 2 divided by 7 by 4. Now change the division into multiplication. Then again 2 and 4 will get cancelled. Then we will get here minus 18 by 7. The value of fifth one. Now sixth one we can check how we can do this one. Alpha square beta plus beta square alpha. We don't know the value of anything. Any common factor is there in these two terms? Yes, alpha beta is common. Take it outside. Alpha beta taken common. So one alpha taken common and one beta also taken common. So remaining it will be equal to alpha. Plus here remaining it will be equal to beta. So we are getting here alpha beta into alpha plus beta. Now I think we know the values. Alpha beta is equal to 7 by 4 and alpha plus beta is 3 by 2. Then we will get here 21 by 8. Okay. Now the last one is 2 alpha plus 3 beta into 3 alpha plus 2 beta. First what we can do? Just to do the multiplication. Then after doing the multiplication, just to check what will come. 2 alpha plus 3 beta into 3 alpha plus 2 beta. 2 alpha into 3 alpha. So that will be equal to 6 alpha square plus 2 2s are 4 alpha beta plus 3 3s are 9 alpha beta plus 3 2s are 6 beta square. Now these two, 6 is common, so 6 we can take outside. Inside the bracket what will remain? Alpha square plus beta square plus 4 alpha beta plus 9 alpha beta will be equal to 13 alpha beta. Now we know the value of alpha square plus beta square. So we can directly substitute the value. If you don't know the value, then you have to find out the value of alpha square plus beta square. So 6 into minus 5 by 4 plus 13 into alpha beta is 7 by 4. 6 into minus 5 by 4. So that will be equal to minus 30 by 4 plus 13 sevens is 91 by 4. Now just to do the subtraction there, 91 minus 30 will be equal to 61 by 4. So I hope all these questions are clear to you. Okay. So all of you, today's whatever we did today, first one is formation of polynomials when sum and product of the zeros are given, and then when two zeros are given, and how to find out the values using identities. All these concepts are clear. Okay. So your homework, those who have not done this exercise, for them homework will be equal to exercise 2.2 question number 2, and some more questions I will give you as homework. Do the questions, and in case of any doubt you can ask. Thank you.